Now on Nightside, several of our local college and high school basketball teams hit the courts tonight. We'll bring the top moments from the top games.
I'm tracking a cold but calm New Year's Eve and a fresh round of wet weather on the way to start 2026 in the first alert forecast.
And minimum wage workers in Washington are getting a pay bump in 2026, but business owners warn customers will feel the impact too. The concerns they're sharing. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Well, the Gonzaga women's basketball team hosted the Pepperdine Wave tonight in the Kennel. Good evening, and thanks for staying up with us. I'm Derek Dice, joined by sports director Jack Wallace.
The Zags ride a 3-game win streak into tonight's game, looking for a 2-0 conference start. The Zags have 18 straight wins over the Waves, trying to make it 19 with a red-out crowd tonight. Fans are loud and proud in one of the last few games for the students all come back from winter break. Anesh Betancourt finding Taylor Smith. Easy jumper falls right here. She helps build Gonzaga's fourth quarter lead. And Lauren Whitaker, we say her name every time we do these highlights. Her engine drives GU this season. She paced the Zags with 22. Big three to cap off her night. But Jaden Hale and Allie Turner on the wing, they were both great tonight. Look at the teamwork between them. Had one pick, but Hale comes back for a second pick. Turner right there is open, and she nails her 5th three of the night. Hale again with the rock. She was huge tonight, a career high 21. She's racking up assists too. There's Turner down low, 2 more for the Zags. And Hale caps off her great evening with a clean post look. Gonzaga no trouble smoothing out the Waves 75-52. Zags men down early to USD on the road. Ball is saved right here. Kicked out Steele Venters with the black jerseys. He's torching the perimeter. Zags in front by 1. That lead now 4. Jalen Worley drives right to the rim. Nice move. Boosts the lead to 6. GU a quarter into the game. Braden Huff usually lethal in the paint. That shot no different for 2 more. Waning moments of the first half incoming. Mario St-Superi up time. Grant Foster, the alley-oop, high-flying the jam, preserves a double-digit halftime lead. Zags still in front with 13 to go. Grant Foster shot blocked. Worley the recovery and the slam. Gonzaga cruising down the stretch. Worley just tremendous tonight. 22 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. Zags hold off a late Torero's run to win it 99-93. And we're going to have post-game sound for the women's game coming up later in sports, plus both the Coug men and women's squads and some fun WCC games too. Darren, back to you.
All right, Jack, thank you. Minimum wage workers in Washington will earn an extra 47 cents an hour starting on January 1st. The increase aims to help servers, baristas, and other minimum wage workers make a livable wage. But some business owners say the change creates new challenges. Jewel of the North restaurant in Browns Edition opened last spring and employs up to 15 people. The owners say the wage increase could force them to make difficult decisions in order to stay open.
Keep different costs down as much as you can, so your customers still have like a competitive price for your product. And so if you raise minimum wage, like everything is just gonna also raise with it.
Now, others worry the bump in minimum wage will increase more than just the prices at restaurants, but the cost of living as well. Jewel of the North is asking you to support local businesses as they navigate this change. The start of the new year also means state lawmakers will once again gather in Olympia to try to solve some of the state's biggest issues. One of the biggest topics will be how to close Washington's $390 million budget shortfall, as well as deal with affordability issues. But lawmakers are divided on how to address these challenges. Como's Natalie Fahmy has more.
It's going to be a short session, 60 days at most, but one with a lot on tap.
How can we make life more affordable for people in Washington?
That's Washington House Majority Leader Joe Fitzgibbon. He tells me even though the state is facing a $390 million budget shortfall this coming session, House Democrats will still focus on affordability.
I want to hear your take on why Washingtonians should trust that affordability is going to prevail from this session.
I think that Washingtonians should hold us accountable for what we deliver. And, this session, I'm hearing members from both sides of the aisle talk about affordability.
Fitzgibbon tells me affordability includes housing, energy, and health care at the very least. And he says making those things more affordable does not need to be done through spending, but rather smart policy decisions. Take health care, for example. He says Washington could require insurance carriers to notify health care providers when they're modifying their contracts.
This is just one more way to make sure that that when you get to a healthcare facility, your provider knows what's covered by your insurance, so you don't get hit with a surprise bill after the fact.
But on the other side of the aisle, Representative Jim Walsh, who is also the chair of the state GOP, tells me he's not convinced.
They're not committed to affordability at all.
He says when it comes to affordability, repealing things like the Climate Commitment Act is a good place to start.
We need to peel back these bad ideas that have made Washington one of the most expensive cost of living states in the country.
Walsh tells me a budget shortfall does not have to mean no new projects or investments. He says one solution, making sure money is better spent this session, like funds used for homeless housing.
It's not that we mind spending money there, it's that we're spending a lot, and I'm not seeing any housing units getting built.
Lawmakers convene on January 12th for session. They might also have citizen-led initiatives to look at. We'll know more about that in the coming days. Natalie Fahmy, KOMO News.
All right, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now. And Chris, that air stagnation advisory is still in effect.
Yeah, once those start, it's hard to get them moved out, but there will be some changes. Here's a look at that air stagnation advisory. It continues through noon on Thursday. That is because we have high pressure hunkered down over the region, and the next storm will arrive late in the day on New Year's Day. Air quality today, however, has not been in too bad a shape. We've mostly been in the good to moderate range. Here's where we stand currently. Moderate air quality in Spokane. It's good right now in Lewiston. Moderate for Coeur d'Alene, St. Mary's, as well as Sandpoint and Colville. But we're in good shape in Pullman. Those will likely trend toward moderate as we get closer to tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, our high temperatures today, we did make it above freezing in Spokane for the first time in 3 days, but just barely. 34, 35 today in Coeur d'Alene. It was 40, however, in Pullman, 43 in Ritzville, and 42 degrees today in Moses Lake. Tomorrow will be a day a lot like today with a mix of sun and clouds, more sun than clouds, starting off at 23, a high temperature of 35 degrees. 33 is our average high. It is New Year's Eve tomorrow. We will be talking more about your New Year's Eve forecast as you head out on your New Year's Eve night. But first, here are 4 things to know about your weather. We have an air stagnation advisory, partly sunny skies tomorrow. New Year's Eve will be dry, but then a wintry mix arrives late New Year's Day into Friday. I'll tell you more about that coming up in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. A fire in an RV park in Spokane Valley this afternoon leaves 10 to 12 people without a home tonight. That fire started at around 3 o'clock near East 1st and South Custer, just south of the Walmart there on Sprague Avenue. The Spokane Valley Fire Department says 2 mobile homes and a shed were damaged in the fire, which was put out in less than 2 hours. Nobody was injured in the fire. SVFD says the cause of the fire is under investigation.
Abe needed a bath. Somebody got angry at him, I guess. I don't understand.
This is Brian, a good Samaritan who stepped in to help clean the Abe Lincoln Memorial statue after paint was thrown on it yesterday. While Brian was able to make progress on his own, members of the Downtown Spokane Partnership's clean team came in to help as well. The Spokane Police Department is still asking for anyone with information about this vandalism to call Crime Check at the number here on your screen, 509-456-2233. The Washington State Department of Veterans Affairs has purchased more than 40 acres of land to build a new Spokane Veterans Home. The site is located west of the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex and right next to the Mann Grandstaff VA Medical Center. Veterans Affairs says this new facility will allow them to expand care and the support services they offer for veterans and their families. An opening date has not yet been announced. Animal shelters across Spokane County are struggling. A second shelter has halted all dog adoptions and the intake of dogs in response to an outbreak of an infectious disease. Scrap says the suspension will last at least 2 weeks and is in response to 5 of its dogs being diagnosed with parvovirus. The highly contagious virus spreads through feces and contaminated surfaces. It only affects unvaccinated dogs, meaning cats and puppies will remain available for adoption. Scraps is limiting intakes to emergencies only while staff work on sanitizing protocols.
crossing our fingers that with our cleaning protocols and the onboard vaccines that the animals already have, that nobody else becomes ill.
And the outbreak comes days after Spokane closed due to a different respiratory illness. Scrap says these diseases are not related. The shelter urges dog owners to keep vaccinations up to date since parvo treatment can be expensive and difficult. Across the country, flu cases are skyrocketing. The CDC reporting new numbers today, estimating 7.5 million cases in the U.S. 20 states now report very high levels of flu-like illness, up from just 5 states in the last report. The spike comes as people prepare for New Year's celebrations. New York is still seeing the most cases linked to the new variant, subclade K, which doesn't match the current flu vaccine.
So important to understand the risk of this. It might be mild to you, but if it transmits to another person, it could be deadly.
Doctors say this year's strain brings symptoms faster and stronger than previous years. Patients report symptoms of fever, body aches, and fatigue. The CDC recommends everyone over 6 months old get vaccinated. All right, still to come here on Nightside, we'll tell you where you can celebrate with fireworks tomorrow night. And
well, you open the app, what's closest to you will show. You click on the happy hour tab, and they're all right there.
Searching for happy hour deals in the 509 is about to get a lot easier. The new feature launching on the Yay Day app. And our weather team is tracking a system that could bring a wintry mix to the region by the end of the week. We'll get you prepared after the break.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by PBR Spokane, January 9th and 10th.
KXLY Plus is now streaming free over the air on KXLY 4.5. The latest headlines, breaking news, and new original local programs you won't find anywhere else. KXLY Plus, powered by 4 News Now and free over the air. All day, every day on KXLY 4.5.
Is it time to update your living spaces? Don't overspend at the big box store. Come see us at Consign Furniture and browse the largest selection of like-new consignment furniture in Liberty Lake. Visit us online or stop by today. Consign Furniture. It's the smart way to buy.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Fogel! Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
At 4 News Now, we're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
If you're considering updating your living spaces, let our team do all the heavy lifting. We will pick up and sell your like-new consignment furniture.
Consigned Furniture. It's the easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
It's time to go see my good pal Jimmy Kimmel.
Kimmel's all new.
Finally, some good news.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel. What was your real name?
James Christian Kimmel. You think this is a name I chose?
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new weeknights on ABC.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
All right, welcome back. Spokane's Yay Day app is expanding beyond birthday freebies. The local company will soon show you happy hour deals across the Lilac City. The app helps users find discounted drinks and food while giving local businesses a boost. Restaurants pay $40 a month to list their deals. Yay Day has grown to more than 100,000 users nationwide since 2022.
Everyone loves a discount. Everyone wants to feel like they're getting the deal, right? So people are looking now for happy hours and promos.
Spokane restaurateur Jeremy Tangen owns Fast Eddie's and Barachos. He says the app makes it easier for customers to discover new places without searching multiple websites. The new happy hour feature will launch by the end of the week. You can find the download information inside this story on KXLY.com. Might be would be handy for people going out for some New Year's revelry to find those good
indeed,
spots.
and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that. And whether you're curled up inside watching the news and Ryan Seacrest are heading out, the weather is going to be hassle-free for New Year's Eve. Here's a look at your New Year's Eve party planner. 10 o'clock, it'll be chilly, but seasonably chilly. The kind of temperatures you would expect in December in the inland Northwest. 30 degrees at 10 o'clock. At midnight, 28, 27 at 2 a.m. But gosh, barely any movement in the atmosphere, so you don't have to worry about wind chill, no precipitation. I know there's still some ice on the roads, and that will still be there, but no new ice adding to things just yet. But there are some changes coming in the forecast. Right now, it's 27 degrees in Spokane, clear skies, 26 in Coeur d'Alene. You can see they've treated US 95 there. They're ready for a little bit of slick freezing fog perhaps in the morning, a little bit of frost. Otherwise, that's about the only travel concern you're going to have. Tracking our weather pattern, we have this ridge of high pressure in place, but it's not going to be around long. And we're looking to the south as we get into Thursday, New Year's Day. That precipitation starts working its way to the north. It is overriding cold air in place. So there may be some spots where we run into freezing rain. Right now, it looks like that will be confined along the east slopes of the northern Cascades through the Okanagan Valley. Let's take a closer look. This is our forecast radar starting off at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on New Year's Day. And it is going to be warm enough that a lot of this precipitation is just going to be falling as rain from I-90 south, but we will see some pockets of snow in some of the northern valleys. And again, watching this area along the east slopes where the cold air tends to get stuck and that warm, moist air from the south overrides it, we could see some freezing rain. Have a lot better handle on what kind of precipitation we're going to see with this system as it gets closer. Here's Friday at 7 a.m. and we're going to start to really dry out by then, and then more precipitation coming in for the weekend, but also some warmer air. We're going to go from the mid-30s through Friday up into the 40s through the rest of the 7-day forecast. This white line down here is our average high. Highs tomorrow in the 30s and 40s around the region, right around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, above freezing, mid to upper 30s. Your planning forecast, plan on some wet weather starting Friday, actually Thursday night, into Friday and right on through the weekend and beyond. High temperatures in the 40s and overnight lows down right around freezing, so we may see some snow mixing in at times. Meanwhile, what a beautiful sunset tonight. This is from Carol R. Imus on Lake Pend Oreille there. Just a beautiful scene. Not much ice on Lake Pend Oreille for this late in the winter. It's been so warm, and we are heading to above average temperatures again, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Still ahead, New Year's fireworks are banned in most cities in Spokane County, but there are a few exceptions. We'll tell you where next. Stay with us.
Later tonight on Nightline, going from dad bod to beach bod, the six-pack shortcut. Can you really say goodbye to sit-ups? Plus, meet the woman so burnt out on dating apps, she put her face up on Billboard. Will she find Mr. Right?
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
I've got 2 words for you. Jack Pack. All my faves for just $6 with your choice between 2 delicious sandwiches. My work here is done. Get my $6 Jack Pack or my munchies under $4.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
If you've been on the American River, it's uphill, it's downhill. There's trails everywhere that you can walk, and it just makes you happy. And I couldn't walk, and it was terrible. I was turning into a real crab. I went to the Good Feet store, and I tried on the arch supports. I never have taken them off since the day I bought them. I can walk, I can run, I can jump, I can do anything. My name's Terry, and that's my Good Feet story.
You too can get back out there with arch supports from the Good Feet store.
Tomorrow starts today. Train for a healthcare career with Carrington College. Gain the skills to start your dream healthcare career or build on your experience to earn a bachelor's degree. With 26 locations and online programs, Carrington College makes it easy to take the next step toward a career where your work makes a difference. Classes are now enrolling for 2026, so there's no better time to invest in your future. Visit carrington.edu.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford Crew Final Days.
Initiate Final Days protocol.
And just announced Final Days bonus cash. That's 1,000 bonus cash back, and that's on top of other offers.
Hurry! Built Ford tough trucks are moving fast. Ford SUV is almost gone. Built Wild Bronco family adventure is selling quick.
Lease an F-150 Super Crew for $299 a month for $36, or a Ranger Super Crew for $249 a month for $36. Only at your local Ford dealer.
You know you want a burger, so make it my Smash Jack. Rated the best burger in fast food. It's even got more beef than a Big Mac. Chin up, Ronald. Maybe you'll get a participation trophy. My Smash Jack combos are still on top.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Live is the #1 entertainment talk show.
Weekdays at 9 a.m.
In New York City, preparations are underway ahead of New Year's Eve. Rehearsals are taking place, and the New York City Police Department says it's ramping up security. For a preview of the celebration, here's ABC's Rena Roy.
The countdown to 2026 already underway, and this New Year's Eve celebration in New York's Times Square is expected to be bigger and better than ever.
4 drops, 4 midnight moments. Rita is going to be here with me in Times Square. We love doing this together.
I'm so happy to be back. Ryan Seacrest hosting New Year's Rockin' Eve with actress and singer Rita Ora across 4 time zones. And today, the famous crystal ball doing a test run. Around the country, security being put to the test, including in New Orleans. National Guard joining police on Bourbon Street, where a car rammed into a crowd during last year's celebrations, killing 14 people. In Times Square, thousands of officers being deployed, including drone and harbor teams, and additional screenings inside the security zone.
The public should expect to see thousands of NYPD officers deployed throughout Times Square. The entirety of the New York City Police Department is going to be working between December 31st and January 1st.
The NYPD expecting hundreds of thousands of people to gather in Times Square tomorrow.
It's fun. People are enjoying a good time, but there is a lot of respect we have for that moment when all eyes are on the ball, and there is this significant moment of unity with everyone.
And looking at the big show by the numbers, we are expecting a really fun one this year. It'll be 8 hours long with 90 songs and 42 performers, including the iconic Diana Ross hitting the stage. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, if you're looking to celebrate the new year with some fireworks locally, it's important to note they're banned in most cities across Spokane County, but there are a few places where they're allowed for the holiday. Fireworks are banned on New Year's in Spokane, Spokane Valley, Liberty Lake, and several other cities. But they're legal to use in Deer Park from 5 p.m. on New Year's Eve to 12:30 a.m. on New Year's Day. In North Idaho, fireworks are legal in Kootenai County as long as they don't leave the ground. Deanna Johnson runs a fireworks stand in Post Falls and instructs her customers on how to stay safe around the fireworks they buy from her.
Educate, educate. There are some things that you definitely don't want to give the kids, and you don't want to let out of your control. And we do have the state laws that you can't do aerials, no mortars, bottle rockets.
All legal fireworks should be marked with a safe and sane label, which means they don't fly up in the air and they don't explode. If you're looking for a local fireworks show to celebrate at tomorrow night, Riverfront Park is hosting an event again. DJ night at the Skate Ribbon lasts until 10, and there's a light show at Giesa Pavilion that goes from 4:30 to 10. The fireworks show starts at 9. In Coeur d'Alene, there are 2 fireworks shows taking place, one at 9 and the other right at midnight as the clock strikes 12. All right, it's time for the 4 News Now Story Tracker. Taking a look at some of our top trending stories online. Robert Egger, who opened the South Hill location of Egger's Better Meats and Seafood, has passed away. The announcement was made by his family on Facebook, sharing that Egger taught his children the responsibility of working hard and keeping your family close. The store will continue to be run by members of the Egger family. Next, Eliza Frank, one of the women who was shot during the attack last week at the Shoshone County Sheriff's Office, is sharing her story of survival and recovery. Frank says during the shooting, she thought she was going to die and was worried she'd never see her family again. She received 50 staples in her leg and is now struggling to walk as she recovers. And topping the list, starting on January 1st, Washington State will implement a 95% excise tax on all tobacco and nicotine products. Local vape shops are reducing floor stock in preparation for the tax, anticipating significant impacts on their business operations and customer base when the new rates take effect. You can find each of these stories and more at KXLY.com. All right, a busy night in college basketball featured both the Zags and Cougs teams in conference play.
We talked about Gonzaga's pretty different looking shared wins tonight, and both WSU teams looking for conference dubs too. It's all coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
New Year's Day, it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. 1, 2, 3. With Brandi Carlile, Chappell Roan, 21 Pilots, Doja Cat, Elton John, The Killers, Janelle Monáe, Stevie Wonder, Avril Lavigne, Olivia Rodrigo, and more.
Everybody get up!
Honoring Cyndi Lauper, Salt-N-Pepa, Warren Zevon, Joe Cocker, Soundgarden, Bad Company, The White Stripes, and Outkast.
Long live rock and roll.
The 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony, New Year's Day on ABC.
This holiday season, you can count on Fred Meyer. You get up high quality with our exclusive brands and down low prices. Because at Fred Meyer, quality and low prices always come together. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Donating your vehicle to UGM Motors is easy.
When you drop off a vehicle, you have to sign a paper of, I donated this vehicle. And that was the hardest part. And I didn't have to fill it out. They filled it out for me and had me sign it.
Your car, truck, RV, or motorcycle will provide food, shelter, job training, and recovery services at Union Gospel Mission.
I think it's a great service to the community.
Call 509-327-HELP to schedule a free pickup today.
America's Vet Dogs is a national nonprofit empowering veterans, first responders, and active duty service members facing both visible and hidden disabilities through the placement of a highly trained service dog. However, recipients never bear the financial burden. You can be a part of making a meaningful difference in the lives of veterans and first responders in need. Learn more by visiting vetdogs.org.
With Fred Meyer same-day pickup and delivery, you can shop the same in-store prices and have your groceries brought right to you. So you can spend time on what matters most. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
The Gonzaga Bulldogs enter tonight's game against San Diego in what's likely going to be their final visit in the Jenny Craig Pavilion, the first of 2 final WCC meetings. And despite a pretty late scare, Jalen Worley and the Zags rolled anyway, upping their conference record to 2-0 through beating USD for the 20th straight time. With Graham Ike limited due to early foul trouble, Worley and Braden Huff helped fill those lost minutes, combining for 36 points, 22 rebounds, and 6 assists. Worley also piled on 3 steals, a block, and 7 offensive rebounds. The Zags next come home to the Kennel to host Seattle U this Friday. The Gonzaga women had a bit easier of a close in their win over the Pepperdine Waves tonight, calming those Waves in a 75-52 win. The star of the night was freshman Jaden Hale as she broke out with a career-high 21 points, 9 for 14 from the field, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists, scoring all of the bench points and leading the team in boards. She spoke post-game and how she feels she's fitting into this system well through a big game.
Like that very last shot, Allie's in the corner and you can hear her just screaming like shoot the ball, and for her to have that faith in me is so huge. And I think as a team we're growing into that, and like the more we can continue to play as a team, and like you said, we only had 5 people in double digits, but we had so many assists, you know, continue to share the ball. I think that's going to be huge, and I think our ceiling is really high because of that.
The Zags now hit the road for their first away WCC games this season, starting at the Seattle U Redhawks. And to the Cougs, the women's team up first against the Loyola Marymount Lions, and despite a recent win to break the long losing streak, the Cougs returned to the loss column, falling 67-58 to LMU in Pullman. Washington State led by as much as 8 in the second quarter, but the Lions' 26 third quarter points boosted the road team to their first WCC win this season. The Cougs next travels to the Portland Pilots, last year's WCC regular season champ. That's this Friday, and then the Seattle U Redhawks on Sunday. Moving on to the Cougs men, we got a lot of Seattle U coming in today. They headed west to the Seattle U Redhawks, and we'll still look at the women's game here. But for the men, hosted Wazoo at Climb Pledge Arena and then took down the in-state visitors 69-55. The win is Seattle U's first ever WCC dub as new members of the conference and drops the Cougs to 6-9, their 9th loss coming more than a month earlier than that number last season. Ace Glass led WSU in scoring despite dropping 0 in the first half, finishing with 13 points on a poor 4 for 13 shooting. WSU shot only 30% from the field, 15% from deep, trying to improve that this Friday when they take on the LMU Lions. The Ferris Saxons hosted some early games today. Student section aptly hyped up when we go into the second quarter. Cole Floyd going right to the cup, draws in the defense, kicks out to Balin Robinson, an immaculate triple falls. Ferris with a bit of life here, but with that life comes a quick reply. Southridge's Nicholas Williamson was just absurd today. That deep shot can't be stopped. He's going to get the rock right again, this time driving inside off the glass is good. Suns starting to build a bit of a lead here, and the lead's going to swell even more before halftime. Williamson drills the spot up three, finishing with 36 and a 68-57 win over Ferris. And the girls team coming in our later games, Suns versus Saxons in a cross-state battle. We enter with the opening points of the game. Scarlett Stevens is falling, literally falling down to the ground on this shot. She's halfway to the floor when the ball drops in. What a shot to get Ferris up too early. But Olivia Mercado and Southridge replying quickly. The layoff off the board gets the Suns on the board. But the sharpshooting Juliana Lewis hits an easy three from way downtown. Ferris building a strong lead in the first quarter, but Southridge would shine in the second half, closing out a 7-point win to earn the day sweep over the Saxons. Girls win 67-60. So I did spot you there at the game cheering on your team too. It's always great to be back in the building. They have really good popcorn. Try that around with the schools here, and them in West Valley are pretty hot, top tier.
They're on your popcorn list?
Oh, I do have a list.
Good to know. Good to know. All right, we'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
Winter's creeping in. Is your heating system ready for the challenge ahead? Don't let an unexpected equipment failure or high energy bills impact your comfort this holiday season. At Bills, our comprehensive maintenance can discover problems before they start, giving you peace of mind to focus on what matters most. For a limited time, you can schedule a tune-up for only $59. Call us at 208-777-5528 and schedule today.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
So happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado with over $7,900 total value. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
Right now, you could help make life-changing wishes come true for local kids with critical illnesses. 4 News Now is teaming up with Make-A-Wish for the Wishes in Flight Mileage Drive to help local kids like Hazel.
I swam with the mermaids. Thank you to Make-A-Wish.
Scan the QR code or visit KXLY.com today and donate your miles or points and help wishes take flight.
Every mile makes the kids smile.
Let's make wishes take flight together.
Help kids like me.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
All right, just a reminder, Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve will take place right here on KXLY starting at 10:30. Due to that special, 4 News Now Nightside will air an hour earlier tomorrow at 10 p.m.
That's new and exciting.
Yeah, we get out of here early.
Yes, just in time to go home and go to bed. 35 for high tomorrow.
All right, thanks so much for being with us. Don't forget, you can wake up with Good Morning Northwest starting at 5 a.m.